Hey guys, this video I'm going to be doing the 10th episode of my random Pokemon review series. And for something different, I'm going to be doing two different Pokemon. So this one, I will be seeing what two Pokemon I get, and then they'll be going head to head, and I will determine a winner. Let's see what two Pokemon we get. Okay, well, okay, Squirtle and Breloom. All right, let's see who wins between these two, I guess. I thought this was kind of going to be a one-sided blowout, to be honest, but Breloom actually has a pretty decent amount of cards, so it's good to review a Pokemon like this. So Breloom's first card was in EX Ruby and Sapphire by Ken Sugimori. Not super notable. I like the trees in the back, though. His next one was in EX Sandstorm by Atsuko Nishida. I actually quite like this card. I really like the colors. I like how like dark, like it's like a very dark green on the Pokemon, which is pretty cool. And then the grass is nice. The tail swinging is pretty cool. We have this one. This is like by Midori Harada. There's like a bunch of mushrooms around the Pokemon. I think it looks really cool, actually. I like the aesthetic. Kind of like the mushrooms are like all around it, and then he's just like laying down, looking kind of upset or just, contempt. We have the Breloom Hollow from EX Deoxys by Hajime Kusajima. This card is a really nice hollow. Um, honestly, like Breloom has a lot of really, really good cards illustrated by really, really good artists. Like this one. This is from EX Emerald by Mitsuhiro Rita. I like the pose. I like how it's like attacking at the camera, and I like its open mouth. I think that's pretty cool. We have the one from Secret Wonders by Koki Saito. I like his face on this one. I like how he's smiling and like prancing around with with the thing on his head. By the thing on his head, I mean like little spore. We have the Braylon by Kyoko Umoto from Supreme Victors. This one's funny. I like his little hands, and I like all the flowers around it. I think that's a really good touch, and I think it looks really good on this card. We have the Breloom by EX, or not by, from EX Furious Fist by Hitoshi Ariga. This card looks really cool too. I love the shading. I love like the liney shading on the bottom. I love how it's like punching up, and then I like the chains in the background connecting the rocks. That's a really cool touch. We have the Breloom from Prime by Suama Chiaki from Primal Clash. Again, I really like the shading on this card. I think it looks really good. Like light and dark, and then like you have it like swinging around. And there's like effects all around it with the trees and the lake and the mountains in the background. I think it looks really good. We have one from Shining Legends. This one's by Mizue. Um, color's really good. I like the blue sky. I like the clouds below the blue sky. And I like the flowers and the petals flying all around in the Breloom with the open mouth. I think that's pretty cool. We have the Breloom from by Atsuko Nishida from Unified Minds. So Atsuko Nishida actually got to do two Breloom cards, which is kind of cool actually. Um, this card looks really good too. I really love the shading once again. Tsuku Nishida has a really good shading style, but I like how like there's like a bunch of like circles coming off of the Pokemon, and I like the trees in the background with like the nice looking like kind of light background. Our next card is the Breloom from Fusion Strike by Yukiko Baba. Again, I really love the colors of this card. I like the trees. This card is very like etched. Yukiko Baba's style is just kind of like very etched, and I think it looks really, really good as on Breloom. It's looking straight at the camera, which is very interesting. But I don't mind it at all. We have the Breloom V from Fusion Strike by Planeta Mochizuki. Um, I think it looks pretty decent for a regular V. Nothing to write home about because the regular Vs they all look pretty similar, I would say. Um, but I think the card still looks pretty okay. Not as good as the illustrated cards, though. We have the Breloom from Brilliant Stars by Sekio. I really, really like this one a lot, actually. I love the colors. I love the different kinds of leaves and trees and mushrooms and little plants flying around. And I love the Breloom sitting and looking back. And then we have another Breloom V. We have the Breloom from Scarlet and Violet base set by Ryota Fuse. This card is super nice. I love how it's like mid-action as it's like slashing forwards and you kind of get like those speed lines and it's very angry. The mushrooms are a nice touch in the foreground and the trees are very nice looking in the background. Then finally we have Taiga Kasai, who is an illustration contest winner, working on this really, really nice looking Breloom card as it looks over to the left, and then you have like the trees that have mushrooms growing on them and stuff like that, and then you have like the wispy winds and stuff. I think that looks really, really nice. Taiga Kasai is a really, really good artist, and I really hope to see more cards from them. And now we move on to Squirtle. So Squirtle is one of the most iconic Pokemon of all time. We all know this. We all know about Squirtle. Squirtle is very cool. So we're gonna have to move through these cards a little bit quicker because there's quite a lot of them. So Squirtle from Base by Mitsuhiro Arita. I think it looks really nice, blowing out bubbles. Squirtle from Rocket by Atsuko Nishida. So you got kind of like an idea of like the different styles. So you got that. This is like one of Atsuko Nishida's first cards, so it looks very different from this one, but it looks pretty nice. Very simplistic for sure. Squirtle from Expedition by Yuka Mori. This one's pretty cute. Um, Another Squirtle from Expedition by Kyoko Umoto. It's probably one of my favorite Squirtle cards, honestly. I really love the waves and stuff in the background crashing, and then the snowflakes are a good touch. The Squirtle from EXT Magma vs. Aqua is a Kensuke Mori artwork, and the one from Fire and Leaf Green is by Toshino Aoki. I have this card personally. I really like the colors. I really like the trees in the background, and I like how there's two Squirtles in the card. We have a different one from Mitsuhiro Arita. Again, the colors are really nice. The shading is really nice as always, and then you have like the Squirtle like with its mouth open, smiling. I think that's a pretty cute card. And just really quickly, let me go back to Breloom really quick. Let me say my favorite cards from the Breloom. I think my favorite card for Breloom is probably the newest one, the one from Temporal Forces. In second place, I would put the one by Hajime Kusujima. And in third place, I would put the one from Brilliant Stars by Sekio. Yeah. hmm and then anyways, Squirtle. We're on the Pop Series 4 Squirtle by Koki Saito. This one looks pretty nice too. It's kind of hard to see what's exactly is going on, but I like how it looks very cute. One from EX Crystal Guardians. It looks very nice as well. This one's also by Koki Saito. I like how it's like blowing bubbles into the sky as it's underwater. We have another one from EX Crystal Guardians by Hajime Kusujima. I like how it's like like swimming and like splashing along um it looks like it's trying to grab the sun, but it's not. It's just kind of like flowing and splashing around, which looks very nice. Squirtle from Secret Wonders by Kagemaru Himeno looks at the camera and stands on top of some like flowing water with some rocks all around it, which is pretty cute. Squirtle from Platinum by Masakazu Fukuda. I like the sky in this one, like the dark sky looks pretty nice. And then I think like the bushes around the Pokemon or like the trees and stuff like that look really nice. It's kicking water into the camera, which is pretty cool. The Squirtle from Unleashed is by Masakazu Fukuda as well, so we get two of them. This one has a different style because I think Masakazu Fukuda kind of changed his style up in like the Heart Gold and Soul Silver era, which is pretty cool. You have it like just like jumping backwards and like spewing a bunch of water out, which looks really cool. I really like the effects of the water, and I think the card looks really nice. Next, we have the Squirtle from Boundaries Crossed. This one's by Kaneko Io. I like how it's like winking and floating above the water, like on its belly. We have one from Plasma Storm by Naoki Saito. He looks very upset as it's running along the water. We have the one from Plasma Blast by Akira Komiyama. He's like spewing out water and he's like half submerged underneath the water, which is a pretty cool touch. And then I like the background as well. We have the Squirtle from Team Up by Sui. Uh, Again, I like the colors on this one. I really like the shading though. The sun peeking through and like reflecting off of everything is very nice touch. And then the Squirtle's like sleeping, which is pretty cute. We have another one from Team Up by Hayage Nosuke. This one's very striking. I really love the colors. Like it's like very saturated kind of. And then you have like one solid color as the background in the field. We have one from Unbroken Bonds by Tetsuya Koizumi. Um, I like the like rays of sun falling down from the sky, and then the Squirtle like swimming along the water with like all that like stuff around it. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's pretty cool. And then we jump all the way to late Sword and Shield. So we have Pokemon Go, which is this one's by So. This one is very, very cute. I really like how it's like jovial. It's like sitting in the water, jumping upwards, or not jumping, but like bouncing around. And it has like a bunch of plants around it. We have Sword and Shield promo by Kurumitsu, and then I like the way that Kurumitsu draws their cards a lot. I love excuse me, I love how they make all their cards look so nice, so cute and so like beautiful at the same time. We have the 151 Squirtle, which is pretty cute. This one's by Kantaro. I really love this sun in the background. I love how Squirtle's in the main frame, like in the main part of the card, but there's so many other elements going on around it, which is a very cool touch. We have the Squirtle from 151 by Mitsuhiro Rita, which is a really beautiful looking artwork. It's an art rare, so you get like full art of the Pokemon. And the waves look really, really nice. The Pokemon itself looks super, super nice, and I'm just very happy to see a card like that. We have the Squirtle promo from the like it's like a starter deck or something. It's really cute. This one's by Saboteri, so he has two art rare Squirtle, which is really, really nice. Um, and I think the card looks really fantastic as well. I'm very happy with it, as he's like inside of like a kiddie pool, and then there's a bunch of Pidgeys around it trying to invade his space. Our final card is the Squirtle Scarlet and Violet promo by Jemmy. This card is cute. He's like walking along, and there's a bunch of lily pads around him, and the sky is like reflecting all the water off of it. Um, I think it's not very fair that Braylon was put against a Pokemon like Squirtle because they're kind of hard to compare since Breloom doesn't have as many cards as Squirtle, and Squirtle's a little bit more popular. Squirtle has two art rares as well, but I think Breloom put up a pretty good fight. I would say Squirtle probably wins this one, but I would say that Breloom put up a really, really good fight, and I think that like I think that Breloom's cards are actually really well illustrated, and I think that that can be said for many other Pokemon as well. But I think Breloom is just very, yeah, if Breloom had like an art rare, like an alt art or something like that, I think it would deserve it, and I would be happy for it, honestly. And then at that point, if it gets like an art rare or something, then I think that it could win. So yeah, that was my 10th episode of Random Pokemon Overview, and this time I did something a little bit different. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and let me know. Have a good day.